WCNSF, The Silent Tragedy of Gaza. Sajida Farheen Farhee. WCNSF, The Silent Tragedy of Gaza, where life is just a wounded, surviving breath. While the modern world reaches for the stars and boasts unprecedented technological advancements, a dark, indelible stain has been inked onto the conscience of human history, and its name is Gaza. Picture a solitary, tattered tent pitched near a flattened mound of rubble, where 7-year-old Ahmed, a pseudonym, stares blankly into the empty space around him. The blood-soaked bandages wrapping his fragile body and his muffled sobs bear silent witness that humanity has perished here. A single, ruthless airstrike instantly reduced his parents' affection, his brother's companionship, and his entire vibrant world to dust. When he was miraculously pulled from the rubble, one of his legs had been amputated. Awakening on a sterile hospital bed, he confronted the agonizing truth. No one in this world remained to call him by name, wipe his tears, or pull him into a loving embrace. His existence has been reduced to a gasping breath and an inescapable, crushing loneliness. This heart-wrenching tale is not just Ahmed's story. It is the echoing cry rising from every tent across Gaza. According to international human rights organizations and conflict reports, this has long ceased to be an isolated incident in Gaza's hospitals and shelters. It has become a horrific daily reality. Thousands of innocent, unaccompanied children now wander or lie wounded, forcing medical staff to adopt a chilling new medical acronym, WCNSF, Wounded Child, No Surviving Family. United Nations and UNICEF data confirm that tens of thousands of children have been orphaned by relentless bombings, stripped not only of their limbs, but of any remaining safety net in this universe. Yet, the darkest chapter of this tragedy is that it unfolds before the eyes of a watching world. The global Muslim Ummah, numbering over 1 billion souls and once described as a single living body, remains wrapped in a shroud of deep, indifferent slumber. Borders are sealed, leaders sit paralyzed in complicit silence, and this collective surrender exposes how we have abandoned our own flesh and blood. Can a nation of billions truly wait until the very last child of Gaza is buried beneath the rubble? The hell of tent camps and the flood of epidemics. The inferno of bombardment has expanded beyond buildings, driving millions of displaced Gazans into makeshift, unprotected tent camps where survival resembles a living hell. Epidemic outbreaks. According to World Health Organization, WHO, reports, complete water shutdowns and collapsing sanitation systems inside overcrowded camps have turned measles, chickenpox, and scabies into runaway epidemics, with thousands of new cases appearing weekly. Respiratory and intestinal crises. Millions face severe acute respiratory infections, alongside waterborne scourges like cholera and hepatitis A. Weakened, malnourished children succumb to these preventable illnesses daily. The collapse of healthcare and agonizing surgeries. Most of Gaza's 36 hospitals lie in ruins or remain shuttered due to a total lack of electricity, fuel, and medical supplies. Operations without anesthesia. Médecins Sans Frontières, MSF, and international medical agencies report an absolute absence of anesthetics and basic surgical gear. Doctors are routinely forced to amputate limbs without pain relief, an unbearable chapter in human medical history. Deaths from sepsis. Survivors of airstrikes frequently perish in hospital wards from unchecked sepsis because basic antibiotics and antiseptics are completely unobtainable. Aid blockade and artificial famine. On one side lies the total loss of family. On the other, closed borders choking off medicine and sustenance. World Food Program, WFP, data reveals that severe military blockades allow only a trickle of aid trucks through, a drop in the ocean for over 2 million souls. Official famine conditions grip northern Gaza, where newborns perish crying for a single drop of milk or scrap of bread. The question today is not merely about Gaza's orphaned children. It is an indictment of a sleeping global conscience and a paralyzed Muslim ummah lost in comfortable luxury. Will this massive population wait idly until every child in Gaza is buried under concrete? These tents, these severed limbs, and these crying orphans will stand as an eternal indictment against a heartless world. When history records this dark era, it will condemn the silence of the bystanders just as fiercely as the violence of the aggressors, because to witness oppression in silence is to practice it.